What happens when geometry itself stops working? What if spacetime is not fundamental? What if black holes do not contain singularities, but instead mark the limits of geometry itself? We previously showed that geometry emerges from informational structure. Spacetime itself became an emergent response to informational curvature. If spacetime is emergent, then it may not remain valid under all conditions. Under what conditions does geometry itself lose meaning? Standard physics assumes geometry always exists, only curvature changes, but spacetime itself remains fundamental. This framework proposes something far more dangerous. There exist regimes where spacetime itself loses validity. We now define a geometry validity ratio, xi of x. It is defined as the magnitude of the double gradient of informational structure divided by the irreversibility density. The numerator measures informational curvature, structural intensity, informational complexity. It represents the local curvature of the informational field. The denominator, sigma I, measures irreversibility density, the strength of irreversible informational flow within the system. The ratio compares two competing regimes, stable geometry and irreversible informational instability. In this regime, where xi is much less than 1, geometry behaves smoothly. Classical spacetime remains valid. Now geometry becomes unstable, transition begins, the classical description weakens. Now geometry can no longer describe the system. Spacetime loses validity entirely. This does not mean reality disappears. It means the geometric description fails. Below the grid, informational structure remains. Beyond geometric stability, only informational structure remains. Difference, update, selection, irreversibility. Black holes may not contain literal singularities. They may instead represent regions where geometry itself breaks down. The singularity may not represent physical infinity. It may represent the failure of the geometric approximation itself. When informational gradients become extreme, information can no longer propagate freely. The magnitude of the gradient approaches infinity as irreversibility remains positive. Horizons are not merely geometric surfaces. They are informational accessibility limits, a boundary of what can be known. Time itself emerges from irreversibility. Time is proportional to the integral of irreversibility density over duration. If irreversibility vanishes, directional time may disappear. Without update, there is no flow. Time may not be primitive. Time may emerge from irreversible informational structure, an effect, not a cause. Spacetime is not the foundation of reality. Spacetime is the stable geometric appearance of informational organization. The universe may continue beyond the limits of spacetime itself. We are looking past the edge of the map. If geometry is emergent and time is emergent, then why does physics remain stable? Where do physical laws originate? Why does the universe not collapse into total chaos?